What's going on, guys? We're back once again, and we're going to be talking about another game that needs, or I think deserves another deserves a remaster. We're going to be talking about the Darkwatch. Darkwatch, if you guys do not remember, the game came out a long time ago, 2005. It's a '05 game. It's an older game. It was on PS2 as well as Xbox. Great game, great story. And if you guys aren't familiar with this, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys just a little bit of a teaser about what this is. It takes place during the Old West. It is a first-person shooter, as well as also has things to do with supernatural, monsters, demons, vampires, things of that nature. You have a character by the name of Jericho, who is a outlaw, and one night when he is trying to pretty much steal off of a train, he meets another so-called agent who who basically were traveling this creature called Lazarus, who was a vampire. But we also see where it's kind of like mixed Western horror, steampunk with outlaws, as well as everything else in the 19th century, who has been turned. He does get turned into a vampire, but you have different choices. You can either become evil, or you can kind of go back and forth of between good and bad. You have different choices you make, like you can do this or you could do this, and whatever happens, you get powers. Now, it all just depends on what kind of choices you make and what kind of powers you do have as well. So, by the point of this time, you do see where the main antagonist of the story, Lazarus, who is tailing you, who is also trying to make you into his slave and also make you become another vampire. Or at the end of the story, you can either kill him and retain his power, or you can get whatever's left of your soul to become human and then also be able to still have powers, but at the same time be able to have your soul at the same time. So this does take place in 1876. So if you guys like old westerns, you got like the old Colts, the Winchester rifle, things of that nature, who is pretty cool. I love this game. You get to meet two different characters. You get to meet Cassidy Sharp, who is one of the female protagonists in the show, where she really tries to help you go up against Lazarus. She's an agent, and she gives everything she has to help protect you, but she does get killed early on in the game, and then she becomes sort of like a guardian angel who tries to make sure that you are not becoming the thing that Lazarus is. Then you also have another character by the name of Talia, who is the second one. She is a Native American character who is very power hungry, who is a Darkwatch agent like Cassidy. Cassidy gets you to the Darkwatch, who is led by Clay Cartwright, who is the leader of the Darkwatch, who takes on demons, vampires, anything evil, and pretty much has Jericho and forces him to do different things. To basically becomes like his puppet. Basically, it's like, okay, you want this, you want, to make sure you get your soul back. You want to do this, you want to do that. Okay, well, you're going to do it by my rules, or you're not going to do anything else. So that does happen, and Jericho kind of goes back and forth of, okay, what should I do, since he is an outlaw, but he also wants his soul back, but he also wants power at the same time. So there's a power struggle in the entirety of the story of, okay, what do I do? Do I become something evil, or do I keep the line on both sides, or do I step to the good, or do I step to the bad? So pretty much is what your choice of the player to do. Like I said, I love this game. There's different ways it could go on. Once again, I find it really cool. I find it badass. I find it spooky. If you guys like games that has to do with old western, you guys like horror games, you guys like shooters, you guys like adventure. Now, this is an adult game. I do recommend this. It is rated M for mature, so you guys want to go check it out. Go ahead, check it out. I think it does deserve a remake. It was a great game. It was by Capcom, so I firmly believe that Capcom was one of those that I think Capcom had a lot of backbone with this. And also, if you guys like, of course, Resident Evil, Dead Rising, things of that nature, you'll like this game. So anything I think by Capcom really does turn out to be a great game. game. High Moon Studios was also behind this, as well as Ubisoft. So this was a whole bunch of publishers that came out with a great game. But the problem was is that it was lack of story. Certain parts of the story didn't add up of how these characters came to be, why this character was the so-called leader of this demon army, even though he was a vampire. You also did not know how long the Darkwatch has been in service of the characters for so long, as well as also you don't know what other kind of creatures could have gone in, and there was not, unfortunately, a second one. By the way, they ended it. So even though your character, you can either become evil or become good. Either way, it does not give your character more room to go further into the Darkwatch rankings or even more stories to figure out different creatures, different storylines, more characters to introduce. So there's a lot of missing pieces to the story that they could have gone with, and I really wish they did. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Do you guys want Darkwatch to have a remake? Have you guys even heard of Darkwatch? I'd like to know that as well. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, consider about subscribing. Leave a big fat like on the video. It helps me, guys. It helps you guys out too. So that way more fellow gamers like yourself as well as me, we get more recognition of games like this that needs to have a remake, and I firmly believe it does. So let me know what you guys think about this once again, and I'm seeing you guys on the very next video. See you later.